You enjoying your pee, my friend? It must be relaxing being able to pee all the way from this tall building.
Dishonored. 13 years later. Junior, what the hell? Why are you playing this old ass boomer game that came out 13 years ago? Well, my dear viewer, I will be answering that very question. I'm playing Dishonored again in 2025 because I think the stealth mechanics are very fun with the sandbox and different types of weapons and powers that you could use.
What?
I think the art direction is nice with the steampunk vibes. Corvo is very cool. He has hella drip. I'm not, that's corny, bro. Fuck. Dishonored is what you would call a game that is an immersive sim. You could pick up a whiskey bottle and throw it at NPCs.
No, please, this gotta work. It's an old ass game.
Stop at once.
And this is honestly describing exactly what Dishonored is. The way you play matters, and however you play changes the outcome of the story by a mechanic called the honor system. The honor system consists of low chaos and high chaos. High chaos basically just means you being like a bad guy.
Someone, please! Someone help me!
No one's gonna hear you scream, buddy. No one gonna help you. Low chaos just means that you're being a good guy.
Silence your lying tongue, foul witch.
We would both be dead if not for you.
No problem.
We are forever in your debt.
But if you're playing on high chaos, the game becomes a lot more moodier and a lot more difficult and harsher for you because NPCs will start treating you harsher and push you around.
Hello. Dude, what is wrong with you?
And the rats will start to spawn and kill you. Oh my god, look at the rats! Get away from me! But if you do low chaos, the game is a lot more easier and chill, and people are a lot nicer to you.
Is someone around? Help me!
I'll help you, don't worry.
Thank you for helping me. I thought it was safe. There were rats. So many rats, completely infested.
Completely.
I know
When I first started playing the game, I was like really struggling on what playthrough to play. So I wanted to be the good guy at first and just leave people unconscious without killing them. Just basically not be seen. I wanted to be a ghost. But towards like I'd say like the first mission, I realized that this is kind of just not a fun way to play. So I just let loose and started killing people in like fun ways. My first kill was I threw an unconscious body on top of a ceiling light.
Sleep over here. Okay, he's still chilling. We're good.
And then the body like accidentally fell and it killed him.
You can sleep with your friend, buddy. Oh. Oh shit. Hey man, you good? You good? Oh my god!
I was hoping for it to fucking kill them so I could like start giving me a reason to start killing people. Another good example of how this game is immersive would be the infamous Lady Boyle party. There are many ways that you could go into the party. You could like ask NPCs how to get in. There would be like a sequence where an NPC's invitation flies out of their pocket and then like you have to grab it, and then when you grab it then it lets you in. But there are also other ways that you could sneak in. I didn't have the skill to possess someone, so I looked around for some runes first and I got the skill.
Let's use my new power though. Oh yeah, baby, we in. We could go through the easy way, but nah, I had to possess a fish.
This game gives you freedom of choice and allows you to pick whatever path you want to take. The first target that you have to go to, an NPC named Callista, and she wants you to save her uncle. And there are so many different ways you could go about this mission. The non-lethal way would be that this overseer is trying to lead Callista's uncle into this basement, and in that moment you're supposed to save him by like tranquilizing him with non-lethal arrows, and you bring him into this interrogation chair and then brand him with like the thing. You are banished from this land, Bald McGee. But the lethal way would be the overseers trying to poison Callista's uncle. So what you could do is switch the drinks, which is the route that I chose.
Lean. Cheers.
Take it easy there, old son.
Oh no.
Oh no.
This can't be happening.
Oh no.
Who's done this?
What on earth are you talking about?
Useless, incompetent. I never liked you.
Jesus.
What in the world? Campbell?
Oh no. What happened?
Guards, get in here!
Guards! Guards!
That just goes to show you how there's so many different ways you can approach this game and missions. It's not necessarily an open world game, nor is it a linear game. Y'all know how Gotham is very important to Batman. That is how Dunwall is to Corvo. He has to sneak around in the shadows and serve justice to Dunwall because of the corruption that has plagued his city. Of course, the first things to collect would be the runes because it would make me a lot more powerful and it would help a lot throughout my playthrough, and also the bone charms with the many different perks that you could get. When you look around for some runes, it's not always easy, like, oh, here's one in like a wall or whatever. Sometimes they'll be locked in like a safe code, and then you would have to read things in order for you to unlock it. It just opens up lore explanation for you. I like the art direction of Dishonored because it's not trying too hard to make its world realistic. It's more so trying to make its world look unique with like the different steampunk vibes, and it's not even future steampunk, but it's just like steampunk. Oh, shit. And then I want to talk about the stealth gameplay, which is what this game is most known for. When an enemy sees you, they give you 3 squiggly line bars, and one is if they notice you. If you get a second bar is when they are like, wait, what the hell? There's got to be something there. If you get to the 3rd bar, then that means they truly notice you and they'll start hunting you down.
Now what? There is a person with a mask right in front of me.
This game gives you a bunch of powers in order for you to open up different opportunities and ways to sneak up on other enemies. For example, Blink is a good way to close in the gap.
I'd get back all the coin if I could.
Going close to your enemies or going further from the enemies depending on how you want to play. You could also slow down time, which you could use to your advantage. If you are seen, then you can slow down time and run away, or you could slow down time to shoot an enemy and then stab another enemy, so you could do a double kill. You could see through walls. You could use weapon wheels and a D-pad because the game allows you to have a whole bunch of variety of weapons. I really love the crossbow. I actually didn't really use the shotgun that much because it causes too much attention. I like using the sword, of course, since that's your main weapon. I also like using the spring traps just in case if there are more than one enemies.
Oh! Holy shit. Yo, bro. You should check it out. There's something over here.
Find you, whoever you are.
Double kill.
The weapon wheel in this game was done really well. In Dishonored, when you open up the weapon wheel, it slows down time, so you could pick whatever weapon you want to use. Doom does this, GTA does this, and a whole bunch of other games. And then I want to talk about the story. What I like about this story of Dishonored is that it's not trying too hard to make it overly complicated. Essentially, it's just about the main character named Corvo, who he has to check up on the Empress and her daughter. It is interrupted because in comes this dude who has superpowers, and he all of a sudden, for whatever reason, kills the Empress. Everyone decides to frame Corvo that you're the one that murdered the Empress. So he is banished from the land and arrested. Essentially throughout the whole game is just getting revenge on the people that wrongfully accused you. And then towards the later half of the game comes a twist. The people who were telling you to kill these targets were actually just using you. My reaction was like, what the hell? It's just a cycle of revenge. Like in the first half of the game and then the later half of the game you get betrayed again. So it's just never ending cycle of people betraying you and you questioning if you want to have your revenge or not, if you want to be the bad guy and kill them because of what they've done, or you want to forgive them for the better sake of Dunwall. Dishonored was a game that I vividly remembered playing as a kid. It was a game that I would not really play because I was more into like platformers and first-person shooters. So I thought that playing a stealth game would be kind of boring, but it ended up being very fun. When I was replaying this game, I felt a lot of nostalgia because of just being in Dunwall again, and being Corvo again really reminded me of when I was a kid, when I would in school put on a hoodie and like pretend I'm Corvo and hide in the walls and like pretend like I'm teleporting and shit and shit. I would pretend like I'm blinking, I'll go psst. And then I bet like if you were a student seeing me, you would think that I'm very autistic. I wanted to bring a mask in school, but obviously that would be a big no-no. Like, why would you bring a mask to school? What are you trying to do? I like this game a lot because it was like one of the first games I played on the PS3. It just holds a lot of memories to me. It reminds me of an era of gaming that is just completely dead. 2 generations after, I revisited it playing in the PS5. You know, I could play it on the PC or I could play on the Xbox, but I decided to stick to my roots and play it on the PlayStation. This game does feel like mechanically it would be a game that came out yesterday because of how complex it is and just the different endings and things that you could do. It really reminded me of how special it was and how much it played a big role in my childhood and video game taste, that I could safely say it's like definitely a top 5 game for me. So is Dishonored worth playing in the big 2025? As you could probably tell, my answer is yes. It is definitely worth playing. Although people might think it's dated because it came out in 2012, I think that it aged really, really well. I don't think I've ever played a game as unique as this, having many different outcomes and ways you could play the missions. The missions all are unique in their own ways, and you can play them in however way you want to play it. Dunwall is one of the more iconic video game worlds that I've ever seen. The gameplay and the movement itself is just so fucking fun. You could combo a lot of powers and weapons together. There's just so many ways that you could play this game that I think it's so special, and I do think that it's worth playing in 2025. And I don't have an outro, but